just a little better view. I'm trying to get a good view here, y'all. A little better. That's a little better. I know I'm a little early. Trying to see my live number one. I know I had a fiasco last week, so I just decided to come on just a hot second quicker to see if I'm live. So I am live. So hey Kathy, how are you, girl? How are you? Yeah, I'm just trying to get. I think I'm gonna move my. Well, maybe I'll just try to zoom. I can't. Yeah. Alright, cool. Stick with that before I screw anything else up. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. I think I'm going to move that. I just came on a few minutes early just to see if I'd have any fiascos this week. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see. That. I wish I had one of them dang remotes like Lori. But I don't. I don't have one. So, give everybody a hot second to come on in since it's just me and you hanging out. I know, right? I did get started on half of this because mesh wreaths just take so dang long. But I got some really cute. This was going to be super cute. I've been excited. I've been wanting to do this. And I've been feeling really beachy lately. Hi, just saying. So I want to do this one like this. I'm just saying, look at this. Look what a hot mess my glue is. Oh, goodness. So, we're going to get going here. We're just going to give everybody a hot second to come in. I think this is going to be really cool. It's going to be so cute. But I know, aren't these super cute? I forgot to look up. I'll have to have Dawn look this up. I messaged her last night. So I can get that because I didn't get to get my supply list put in. But anyway, I'm just going to get everything out here so when everybody hops on here. Hey, Darlene, how are you? And then we'll get going, okay? Let's see, what else did I have? I did find some kind of tropical florals last minute, and we might use those. But let's go through what we're using real quick since everybody's starting to hop on. Just hop in, say hi. What we're going to use tonight is we're going to do a mesh wreath, okay? Why did I tear the tag off this already? Shoot. I do have these. I do have some over there with the tag. I have to put my supply list in, so I'll put that in there. But this is a 20-inch evergreen wreath, okay? I did get going on half of it, and I'm going to show you how to do the other half. Just because it's very time consuming, and I want to show you guys more of the other stuff than just the mesh, okay? Hey, Michelle Brown, how are you? Hey, dog. Jim. Oh, goodness, you're silly. Hey, dog, can you look up I sent you that lady that I got these from. I can't remember where I got those from. So anyway, we're using the 20-inch evergreen wreath base, okay, the Canadian pine, and I cut off 6 pieces of 21-inch. This is kind of a transparent with like a moss green, and I'm just using this, for filler. And I already did my little clock on the. When I do a 20-inch, a lot of times, depending on if I use 1 or 2 meshes, I will do 6. So at the 12, 3, 6, and 9, okay. And if I use just one single mesh color, then I'll probably do the 12. And when I do that, I'll probably do the awareness ribbon tails. I'll do the whole clock around here. And every other one, I'm going to go tails in, bubble out, tails in, bubble out. We're not going to do that tonight. All right, so we're going to use this one. I thought I brought one down with a number. Yes, I did. I love this one because I think this is going to, that looks like coral. Hey, LaDonna. Hey, Brenda. Okay, thanks. But to me, it kind of looks like coral. It's called, this is from The Sims. It's called a caribou stem. And they sell it in the green in this kind of frosted kind of look. This is item number CS12666. Okay, so we're going to use some of that since it looks like coral. And we're going to use some of this. It kind of looks like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that sand weeds or whatever. Whatever. Sea oats. Sea oats. Let's call them sea oats. It's called pampas grass. This is a 17-inch bundle. It's America's Best. American Best. It's 2150111BE on that one. I got some of these starfish at the clearance last year at the Joann's. So we might use some of these ornaments. They are kind of foamed. And I wanted to go and get some more of this tonight, and I failed. I totally forgot. And then we're going to use this fun beach sign. Let me zoom in on that. I think this will tie everything in together. All our fun colors and stuff. And of course, we're going to use this little guy. Look at this fit. Let me zoom in on these fish, guys. These are adorable. Look at this. Where am I going? This way. Look at those lips and eyes. Aren't they so cute? Whoop, wrong way. Aren't these cute? Look at his little face. Wrong way. He's so cute. Look at those eyes. And then we got this little crab. They go, crawling. You can just, you can see him just crawling all over the place. And then we're going to use, as well, I cut 12 10-inch mesh in this kind of a teal color. It's like a sea color, so we're going to use that. And then we cut the beige burlap mesh color. Designs by Sharmila. I knew it was Sharmila, but I couldn't think. Hey, Penny, how are you? I couldn't think of if that was, I knew it was something more than that. And then we're going to use some of this fun coral. You can't really see it. Let me just go over here. This fun coral. It says it's a coral color. It's a little more red. But it matches our fun crab. So that'll be fun to stick in there. Number on that one is XAS763RE. Okay. So we'll throw those back in here. And I guess we'll get going here and we'll just finish this up. So like I said, when I do forgot to zoom out. When I do the evergreen bases, I like to squeeze them in an oval, okay? So what I do with the 21-inch, and this, I always say this is a great way to, oh, thanks, Dawn. Hey, Carolyn. Oh, good, Penny. What I like to do is do these awareness kind of poofs, ruffle, whatever you want to call them. I do it at the 12, 3, 6, and 9, okay? And then I rotate my 12 10-inch mesh that I cut at 18 inches in between. Okay, so let's hurry up and get that going. Oh, we got to do this. Let's put our last 21-inch in there so I can show you how to do that. These are cut at 18 inches. Just ate some of that. And I just like to roll it kind of up like this. Okay. They don't have to be super pretty. We just want a little bubbly poof right here. Okay. You just kind of pull it tight. We're just going to make an awareness little bubble here. Okay. It's kind of like an awareness ribbon. So you have these tails. Okay. And like I said, when I do just one color mesh on this one, so if I go to the, let's say the 2, I'm going to go inside with the tails. Okay. But tonight we're just doing 4. Okay. Because we're using 2 colors. And you can do whatever you want to do, guys. There's no rules. Okay. There's no rules. Just saying. Okay, so let's tie that a few times. And that just kind of gives us our dividing point to throw in our colors. And if you want to add more than 12, you can do that because you'll have a little bit left around the outside. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. Okay, like I said, there's no rules. Do what you want to do. I'm just kind of trying to show you a guideline. And then you take it from there, okay? That's what we do, all right? So we're just going to take this one and stick it right down here. Okay, we're kind of trying to do an every other one type scenario next to our last section. So if we ended up with a beige on the top last section, then I'm going to go with this aqua color on this next section, so you can kind of see how they rotate in and out. Okay. Hey Ty, how are you, girl? Long time no see. What's going on? How's them babies? How have you been, girl? Okay, and this one we're just going to go on the inside over here. And I forgot to show you my ribbons. Holy crap, holy. The ribbons are going to be the color in this, guys. I know it doesn't look like it's going to have a whole lot of color. Wait till you see my ribbons. Hold on, let me get this in here. These are to die for. I'm telling you. This is why I'm so excited about this. Alright, guys, here's my ribbons. We're going to use this one. Zoom in here. Okay, this is the coral colored fair silk. It says orange. It's called sugar candy, so it's kind of sugary. It's sparkly. Okay, and then we're going to use this one. This is another fair silk that looks like shells and ocean. It's got all the ocean colors and whatnot in it. So those two. Holy crap. And we're going to use this one because it's going to bring out that light color in there. That's 4-inch. Look at that already. Oh my goodness. And then we're going to use this to tie all these in together. Isn't that going to be spectacular? Oh, I can't wait to see that stuff go in there. And it brings out all the colors in our fishes, in our crabs, and whatnot. So that's good. All right. Oh my goodness, this is going to look so cool. And it'll tie our side in together as well. Right. Okay, so we're just doing the messy ruffle. You can do a regular ruffle if you want. You can do the regular ruffle. I'm just so used to doing these that I just do these anymore. I know Brenda, isn't that awesome? So here I'm just going to go down in here. Okay, we're just going to pick a spot. Just rotating in and out, y'all, just like I said. Okay, just tie that in there. I think we might add some ribbon. I don't do it a whole lot, but I do it sometimes. I think we might add ribbon, a few pieces of ribbon to the outside of this for a little extra color, since we're probably not going to use a whole lot of color with our greeneries and stuff. Hey, Susan, how are you? So we'll probably just add some with the ribbons. Just add, oh, that one went poopy. We'll just add a few with the ribbon tails and stuff, and I'll show you how I do that. I kind of do a poof. Not a poof, like never mind. I'll have to show you. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. It's just something I like to do. Maybe y'all can help me come up with a name for it when I do it. Alright, so you want to do, when you do these evergreens, you do want to kind of have two ties close together, so you can tie them tight. That's one kind of important thing. Okay, so do you want to kind of have two there close together. And I like to put my rope, I rotate, guys. There's no, like I said, there's no rhyme or reason. To me, there's no rules. If you want to put your rolls like where you curl it up, you can. If you want to put them down, you can. There's no rules. Do what you want. Okay. Like I said, add more. Add more. Okay. I wish I could roll these better, but I can't see close up. Not even with my daggone glasses. I can't see close. That's what drives me insane. Alright, so we'll stick this one in here. Well, I got 4 more to go, guys, and then we'll get on the fun stuff. Okay? That's why I tried to get this kind of prepped, so I didn't put you all through this boring stage of making a wreath. But see how full it comes out already? Oh gosh, sorry guys. I didn't zoom back out. I apologize, and I lost my eye, so we'll try to find that again so I can see your comments. Oh, I got something on my lip. It's tickling, tickling. There we go. Alright, so we got a couple more of these. Just a couple. Hey, Linda, how are you? How's your arm? How you feeling? Hope you're doing better. Oh, there's my tag. No, there's my tag string. Never mind. Never mind. I'll have to get the supply list, guys, put in there. I don't have time to do it at work, and by the time I figure out what I'm gonna do at night, I'm too tired to mess with it. So I think I might have cut too many ruffles. I might have lied to you, so I'll count them at the end. Maybe I didn't rotate them enough, but I'm pretty sure I made too many. But I'll give you a total. Like I said, there's no rules. Do what you want. This one looks kind of poopy. Alright, so we'll put this one over here. Okay. I try to leave a few hanging in the back there, but that's okay. As long as we got stuff to, glue into, we are good to go. Whoops, I lost my one close to that one. There it is. You just want to kind of leave some of the greenery on the evergreen to definitely glue some of your stuff into. Okay, so let's put this last one in there, and I think we're good to go. Yeah, I cut too many of each color. So I think I did 10 on this. Okay, I did 10, not 12. Such a liar. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I might have cut a couple extra just to make sure I had enough. That way I didn't have to bring them back out and do it over. Or cut more. Okay, so there we go. We got all this going. Okay, so see how this is? We got all this going on. Okay. This stuff making me itch. It's tickle on my lip. Okay, so let's get to the fun stuff. Alright, let's get to a bow. Because we want to start with our bow. Or should we start with our sign? Let's start with our sign. Okay, so we got this beach sign. And what we're going to do, we're going to make sure, you always want to make sure when you do this in oval, is that you keep your north and south correct. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this over in here. So let's get our beadsmith going here. And I think we'll only need 2 holes in here. Oops. I think we'll only need, woo, I didn't want it there. Pay attention. I think we'll only need 2 holes. Okay. Anybody got any questions on the mesh or anything so far? It's usually pretty basic and simple. That's why I don't like to waste too much time in the group going over that. So I always like to try to get half of it done at least for you guys. So we don't do that. We don't waste so much time on that craziness. I do think I will use some wire. Okay, let's just cut a big old long piece of wire. Alright, just thread that through there. Can't see that. There it is. Oh, I brought my step stool down to change that light bulb up there, and I'll be dang if I didn't forget to do it before the live. Okay, so we got that going on. Let's get one more piece. We'll get this on, make a bow. We'll probably do some drapers on this, and we'll get the bow on first, and that's going to decide where I go from here. Okay, well, that's how we're going to roll this evening. Michelle, the 21 inch is cut at 18. You could do it about 15 to 18 inches. Depending on how, like, here's the thing, guys. If it's like a thicker, stiffer mesh, you can get away with a little bit shorter. If it's like a thinner mesh that doesn't poof real well, or cheaper mesh, let's say, then I would go about 18, 19 inches. Okay, just to be on the safe side. Just to get a nice poof. A nice poof. I was about to spit on myself. Alright, so let's use our needles. I need to find my longing. I have trouble threading these needles and look at the eye on those things. That's how blind I am. That's how I can't see. Alright, so I'm going to try to put this like centered up in this poof, because that's going to give it a little bit of strength to hold it up. So let's just go down here with our wires and make sure we kind of get down around the crossbar. Okay, well, I put both those dang wires through there at the same time. I twisted on the way down. No, I didn't. I just bent it. I meant to go through both those wires at once, you know. I didn't do that. So let's go back now. Yes, it's an 8-inch sign. I like to tend to use an 8-inch on a 20-inch. I've done bigger, y'all. I mean, but I like an 8-inch sign better, like on a swag and or on like this 20-inch, the 20-inch wreaths. Okay, I think it just tends to. Just gotta tie this loosely real quick. Just twist it a couple times so it doesn't come out, because I know that's too tight. But I just want to get this other side in here. Okay, and then we'll adjust. Okay, I just don't want to. I don't want to lose it and have to keep poking through my mesh and stuff. Okay. Yes, right. And if you want to do drapers and stuff, and then and all your attachments, you have plenty of room to add whatever you want with an 8-inch sign, as opposed to a bigger sign on a smaller wreath base. That's just my opinion. That's how I like to do it, especially if you have attachments. Okay, let's get this one kind of tied in here the way we want it, and then we'll adjust that top. I think that's. Oh, I can't see. I need like neon wires so I can see this stuff. You do it on an evergreen base and you can't see it, yo. Okay, so now let's adjust this top. Like I said, we just tied that to keep the wires from pulling back out. So I just got to figure out which way I'm going there. Make sure we're around 2 wires. I think I am going to go up here around this. I'm going to tip it up around this other piece of this crossbar. Maybe if I can find it. Let's bend that. I bend it down. This way it'll just kind of hold it so it doesn't sag. Not that it will. I just want to take a little extra precaution to make sure that it doesn't. Okay. Any extra precaution you can take in your wreath is a good thing. Okay. So now I'm going to pull this up, and we're just going to tie it loosely now, because we are where we want to be. Okay. We're where we want to be. Let's see how it's just adding that little bit of color already. Okay. Tie that one just a hair tighter down here. I'll just twist that. There we go. Oh, shoot. I'm untwisting it. Dang, nabbit. When you tie it from the back, it's different than when you try to twist it from the front. And I will go back and twist these off. Okay, so now that's nice and secure. Okay. We've kept our space. Okay. It's kind of off to the center. We still got some room around the sides. If I want to pull it over, I still can. I can add another hole if I feel the need to be. Once I get everything else on there, it's still possible. Okay, so don't fret. This one's bugging me. I'm gonna still pull that a little bit too tight, but we're gonna have other stuff in there. I can always loosen that. Let's get going on our funness. Okay, let's get a bow on here so we can start adding all our fun stuff. Okay, let's cut this open. This ribbon is the one that's sugar candy. That is item number RA786-52. This one is called Murano Glass. That one is RK164-15. It's a teal base. This one's kind of a mint color. This one's an old one. This one's from like one of Joann's or Michael's. I don't know which one this is. Celebrate. So that's, I forget who's who. But this is 668808. So that was a clearance. And then this one's a Sam's. And that is item number Q50190-671. And this is a 1.5 inch. Okay, that's just a 50-yard roll. So we're just gonna start with our 4-inch. Okay. Alrighty. I hate it when they waste so much of that beginning with that old. Man. Ooh, we have enough of this because this one's only 15 feet. So let's pray to sweet baby Jesus we got enough of this one. Okay, so push those over there. I do want a tail. So I want at least this much coming off down here. I'm going to cut that piece off. I don't like that little fold. So I want at least like that. And we're going to come up here to here. So we're going to put it in. This is about an arm's length. We'll go over just a little bit to make sure. Okay, so let's start with this one. This one's so pretty for Christmas. I like this one for any time of year. And I just thought this would really match super cool. So I think on this one, let's go with a 6.5 inch loop. I don't want to go bigger. Let's go with 7. Let's go with 7. Okay. Let's do a 7. We're just going to tuck that one in there. We're going to do our little thing where we like to come up here. Is this what I want to do with this one? I think so. I'm going to come up here and cut this one about right there. Then I think we're going to come in with, thinking I want this one. Okay, let's throw that one in garbage as well. We're going to take our tail down about the same length. Okay. It's really thick ribbon. I love this ribbon. I like it because it has that solid back on the back. It's so cool. Okay, so stick this one in here. Gosh, that burlap and the glare. Let's get to my nose. I think we'll just do a 1. I just want to do a 1 on this one. Let's just do 1. Okay. The good thing about this more expensive ribbon is that you're not using a whole lot. I'm going to cut this a little bit longer, so if I want to fold it, I can. You're only using about 2 feet or a little over 2 feet. Okay? So that's a plus. And that way you'll have it for years and you get the buku projects out of it. I am going to fold this one. Just, ow, dang it. And it's got really thick wire. Woo. Just got me. So let's throw that out there. Same length. We'll go with this one. Oh my gosh, these colors. Okay, this one I might, whoops. I might just do, I think it's still just do a 1. I was going to get a little randy there and do a 2. So I think we're coming down just a little shorter each time. I want to make sure I get them even. Even Steven. I think those are fairly even. Okay, and that one you just have to tuck in, guys. You don't have to. Again, I'm cutting that one just a hair long, just to make sure. Okay. I had a 1.5 inch I found. I meant to get. Hold on, we might have to find that 1.5. This one I'm going to go long anyway. I don't know if I'm going to keep it long. I can always cut it out and make a little loop. Like I can save it and make a tail or something. Okay, get that twisted very well. Okay, see how this is tying this all in together. Super cool. Oh my goodness, I like it. I like it a lot. Oh wow, that one looks long now. There we go. And we're just coming in a little bit again, okay? Just a little bit again. Okay, so we got that. And let me move out of my way. Move. I've got this one that's a coral. It's a 1.5 inch. I also had that black. Where did that thing black go? I had a 1.5 inch. Or a 1 inch. Hold on. Try not to knock my camera over here. I do have a black and I got a white. Let's bring these two out. I have this. Where'd that one go? Oh, here it is. No. No, dog. It's got black in the sign. I'm on the fence here now. Always love to add black to my sign. Or we've got this white. Or we've got this polka dot. No, I don't want that one. I've already decided that. Oh no, guys, what do you think? Should we do the white? Or do the black? We could do something like this. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me kind of show you the colors. I know, right, Carolyn? This is I'm dying to make this one. And this is a clearance from the Michaels. It's wired, but no, we're not going to use that. I'm not even sure I'm going to use this one white. Let me try it. Let me try it. This one, we would only do small loop on the top, but it does brighten it up. So let's try a loop. Let's just try a loop. I'm really kind of thinking I like it. What do y'all think? Keep, don't keep, yes. Hey Deb, how are you? White, I know. I'm feeling the white just to kind of brighten this up for some reason. That's what I'm feeling. So we're just going to make a couple curly tails out of that one. Where's my big ones at? That ain't a big one. Oh my goodness, I need some more pipe cleaners. I need some more white ones. It's down to all black, and I don't like that. I need to get some more. So let's get this on here. Oh, thanks, Deb. Okay, pull it up, pull that around, and guys, look what I'm dealing with. That's how thick this ribbon is. Oh my goodness. This is why you have to be super careful not to drop your stack. Because you just can't pull it super tight. You got to keep kind of pushing it and holding it and making sure that does not fall. I'm going to squeeze it just a little bit, make sure it's not falling. Oh, I wish I could find my other pliers. No, I'm hoping we can get a, let's see, I think on this one I'm going to use, what do I want to use on this? I think I'm going to use wire. What did I do with my wire? Here it this. I think we're going to use some wire on this. So see how thick it is even after you pull that tight? That's how thick that ribbon is, and I can't get it any tighter. So let's use some wire. Okay, can't wait to get all these doodads in here. Why can't I wait? So let's get this in here. Hopefully I can get this through here. Hopefully I can see to get it through here. That's a problem. Alright, where's the good old needle at? I stabbed my finger or something. Let's try this needle. I don't know if this needle's gonna work because this is so tight. I don't see my metal one. I like to keep a metal one as well, y'all. I think this is still gonna work. And on the plus side about this one, it won't go through your ribbon because it's got that nice tip on it. I know Dawn sells these. So. Okay, I can't get that any tighter, y'all. So we're going to cut that off. And we're going to get it on, and then we will fluff this out. See how colorful this is going to be, guys? See what I'm talking about? Adding color, how you add that color with your ribbons and everything. We just added our base with a nice beach colored base. And then we're going to add, this is where we're adding our color. Okay, we're not adding a whole lot of color with greenery. We're just going to add a lot of color with our ribbons and whatnot tonight. Okay, let's get this up here. I think I want it about right there. I'm going to try to get through a little bit of mesh. But if it sinks too far, guys, add another roll. We got extra. Okay, so that one's going up in there. Take this other one. And again, this is where you can use your needle that I don't seem to be using right now. That would make my life so much easier. But hey, I'm not that bright. I'm not that bright. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Excuse me. I loved your how's the one? I know you did the patriotic one. Are you still working on the other one? Were you able to fix that mesh? Okay, why didn't I use my needle? There we go. Hopefully you're able to fix that mesh. Okay, guys, so we got our bow over here. I think that's where we want it. Gotta make sure I don't need to raise it any higher, which I think I do. So guess what? We're going with our needle this time. I'm not wasting all that time trying to poke through that mesh. Because you don't want to tie your bottom in until you get your top kind of where you want it. And I think I want it right up in here. I just didn't. It's hard doing this upside down, y'all. You can't see. It's hard to judge where you want things. Hard for me anyway. And then sometimes I look at the camera and I get even more confused. Oh, I'm loving this one. I got another beach one I want to do, y'all. Oh my God, this one, I bought like a D-stash type thing off online. And it came with all these really muted beach colors and stuff. And I think it's going to be so flipping cool. Did I just go through all I wanted to go? I think I did. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong wire, dang it. I was grabbing the wire from the sign. I was like, what the heck's going on here? No, I didn't go that high. Dang it, that's twisted again. Okay, there we go. Let's get that back there. Get this back in here. And don't worry, guys, I'll put something over this. We're not going to see this black. We're not going to see that black on that. Oh, Susan, use your words. Talk and walk at the same time. On the wired side, dang it. Oh, good. Yeah, you have to post it. That's good. You quit. Where there's a will, there's a way. Everything is always fixable, in my opinion. That's how I roll, anyway. Everything is always fixable. Okay, so see how we spread this out, guys. Spread your bow. Even though we only did these two, or one tail on each side, these we will cut down right here on top. Okay, I'm gonna definitely cut those down. I just like to leave them long. Okay, look at that, guys. Look at that color. Look at that color. And I was turning the wrong way. Let's see, we'll cut these down. Okay, I always leave them long. And these I'm going to curl up for now to get them out of the way with a white ribbon. We don't want to get glue and all our stuff on there. So I'm just going to curl those up out of the way. Okay. And this one, I'm going to take all four of these. I'm going to make sure they're twisted around. Kind of all the way. Then we're going to pull. Okay. We'll get our bow adjusted the right way. So we can take our drapers and come down here. Okay. I want to bring these all. I'm just going to kind of comb with my fingers. Spread those out. Okay. And I want to see all my colors. Okay. I want to see all my colors coming down here. Okay. So we're going to come down around in here. See, I left these really long. Just in case, guys. I probably do. I didn't leave enough for two, so we're just going to do the one. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to have super short tails. Although, let's see, guys. Never say never with me. I don't know, guys. I'm going to do the one. I think I just want to do... Oh, I'm arguing with myself right now in my head, y'all. Super arguing with myself. I'm just doing the one. Okay? I'm not fighting with myself anymore. Stop it, Susan. Oh, sorry, guys. My hands are pooping out on me. As always, this ribbon's so thick, it's hard to squish. That's why I love it. Alright, guys, we're going to make a loop about this big. We're going to come right down in here, right outside this poop. Okay? Our awareness poop. Is that where I want it? I'm making sure. I got to look at my bottom here. I want to make sure I get it in the right spot. I'm going to come down a little bit. Let's go down just a little bit further. Still on the right side of that. Okay? And again, these are long. I don't know how long I'm going to leave them, so I'm not going to cut them tonight. I might fold them up. I might curl them a little bit. I just don't want to ruin those yet until I know what I'm going to do. Okay? It's not necessary. Okay? Got that. I want that one on the outside. No, I want that one on the inside. Always hurting. I'm going to pull that one a little tighter. I didn't get that one real tight. There we go. Now look at this, guys. Okay, I am going to trim these up top. I am going to trim those down. Okay. Alright. So look at that, guys. See, these will probably trim down just a hair. Okay, see how we got those? Now let's start. Like I said, I am going to make a couple things to go on the outside. Probably a couple tails. And what I'll do, I'm just going to add one in here because I know we're going to run right out of time. Maybe I'll add a couple. What I do for that is I'm just going to take both these at the same time. And I'm going to do about a, what do we got? About an 8-inch tail. Okay, I'm going to take this over. And if you don't want to do this, you can do them separate. Okay, I'll pinch that in there like that. Okay, I did this one too long. Should have done the tails that long, maybe. It's only 8 inches. Okay, cut this one down right here. Trim that one down. I'm just not dovetailing, guys. I'm just doing this. Okay, so I'm going to pick this out of there. See what I did here? It's just one of these. Okay, and the point of this is you can take this. Sorry, my hands don't work well. I should have just put it on the Wreath first before I did that. Shoot. Pinch, pinch, girl, pinch. Shoot. I just jacked it all up. Oh, please. I should have done that. I should have known better than to do that. Silly Willy. Alright. We're going to pull it out on the bow maker, guys. Work smarter, not harder, Susan. Okay, so I think I'll make a little bit bigger tail here. Let's pull that up a little bit, make about a 4-inch one. Okay, now we're going to pull it apart so we don't have to use our teeth. Like a doofus. Okay, we're going to take this. Oh my God, it's so thick. It's so crazy thick. And we're just going to add one. Yeah, I made the tails way too long. I would make these at least, I would cut that down to about, probably 5 or 6 inches. Okay, my bad. Okay, actually we might keep, oh please, let's see what this looks like. Okay, this is just another way to utilize tails. And again, like I said, you don't have to do the 2 ribbons together like I did. You have to do one and then make them go a little bit further. So see how we did that around this side? And I'll probably add just a few more sporadically around the sides, but definitely cut these down. So yeah, I would probably just do, let's see here, let's do, cut about 1 inch up there, so probably a 6 or 7 inch tail would suffice. Okay, I think that would be plenty. Okay, unless you like the long tail, then do what you, or do what you want, guys. You don't have to listen to me. Okay, so we got that going on. We're going to add some more of those around the outside because we're not going to do another draper around here. So I think what I will do is add, I think I am going to add the 2 around here. I won't waste your time adding them around here. So we can get some of our goodies. So we can get some of our goodies in here. And so we don't go over too far. Is everybody liking this so far? Thank you. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. These colors are phenomenal. I'm so excited about this. Dang, even Fair Silk splices ribbon. What? But you won't see it in theirs too well. Whoops. I don't want to twist that one. You don't want to twist this top one. Don't forget that. You don't want to twist that top one. Okay. So we're going to cut. What am I doing on that one? That one goes out, so this one goes in. Okay. Oh, God, that's such stiff ribbon. Cut my neck off. Cut my dang neck off. What? This one I'm going to add to this ruffle because that's where our, kind of our center point is. Okay, so I'm going to stick this one down in here to our ruffle. That one looks so long too. Yeah. Better come too long than too short, guys. I can always trim them down. Okay. And what I kind of like to do is rotate these kind of around there. So see, look at that color we're coming up with around the side. We just got a little poof on the top. And we're going to add some greenery in here. I'm going to add one more up here. And we'll be done with that. And we'll add all our greenery and stuff in here. Woo! Trying to find my end of my ribbon here. Ribbon everywhere. Tail's going everywhere. Oh, hey, Teresa. I entertain myself, I'm telling you. I seriously sometimes entertain myself. Oh, such a goob. Guys, you gotta have fun with it and laugh. Lordy. Right? You wouldn't want me just up here like a stick in the mud. I keep wanting to turn that one. I'm so used to making, you know. That would be no fun for y'all, right? That wouldn't be no fun. Yeah, I gotta make it entertaining for me too. Alright, so we're gonna go up in here. Okay. Goodness. I'm so goofy. Sorry, y'all. I'd just rather have fun with it than be boring for y'all. That way, yeah, you got that the way it makes you relax a little bit. And it makes me relax. Well, no, I don't know if it makes me relax too much. There she goes. She's off and running. She's off and running. Alright, so cut my fingernails off. I need my new nails, guys. Grab this ribbon. There we go. Okay, this looks super cool. Really super cool. Okay, curl these down a little bit. Let's get going on some of this fun goodness. Okay, so see, we didn't have to do a draper, which we probably would have used possibly the same amount of that ribbon. Okay, but we got our color on both sides. I will probably do 2 over here, or probably match that side depending on what we put in here. I still want to put you all through that tonight. So if I were to do this, I would probably do 2 more. Okay, I would do 1 here and probably 1 up here, simply because we do 1 here and 1 here. We've already got our tail coming down here. Okay, so we don't need 3 going up this side. We only need like 1 here and 1 up here. Okay, to fill in that color on your other side. Okay, so let's get some of the fun stuff glued in here. Okay, I think our attachments, just joined. These are our cute little attachments, and it's like I could just see them go, you know, across the beach. You know, this one going through the ocean. Excuse me. So let's debate where we want to put these. I didn't do the drapers. I think we might not use those tails. We might just stick them in. So these did come with little nice tie-on tails. I just don't think I'm going to use those. I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. I might have to think about this one. Because I really can't. They're not long enough to really tie in, unfortunately. I like that idea. I wonder if we tie them around a tie. I want 1 over here. Let's see what happens when we tie them around the tie. We might have to add some kind of pick to the back, guys. We might have to make a we're gonna have to make a pick. I'm not cutting these off right yet. Yeah, I am. Okay, we're gonna make a pick. Okay. just because I think it's going to be too flat and you're not going to get to see the full effect of the fish. So we're going to make a pig. So I think I'm going to use some sticks, and I think we'll be able to staple in here. So I think we'll be all right. So what I'm going to do is hope and pray to sweet baby Jesus that I have my staplers. Here it is. Okay, it's black. It matches the table. Okay, so I'm going to make a pick. Okay, I'm just going to take one of these dowels like this. You can get the cookie, the popsicle kind ones, and everything else. Just make sure you're going the right way. I think I'm going the right way. Yeah. I'm going to try to staple this in here. I'm hoping these will be long enough staples. And then we'll glue. Okay. We'll glue these. I'm going to crisscross them. I don't know if this is going to work, y'all. See, we just kind of made our own little pick. It's not going to be super tight, but we're going to glue that so that it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, I'm going to glue in. And the reason I crisscross that, the silly wabbit, is so that glue can get under there and attach itself to something. Okay, so let's get these off here. Get this one off in here. I wanted to kind of put one down in this bow, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think it'll sit right down in the bow, because these are a little bit larger than your normal pick. And also you could use your, you know, I'm always telling you to save your little stems from your florals. You could always use something like that as well if you don't have these dowels. Okay, I am having to kind of press on this to get it down in there. These are only 1/4 inch staples, and I'm only kind of going through a little bit of foam and stuff. That's why I'm gluing on top of here to make sure that's not going to go nowhere. Okay, and that's not going to go nowhere. So we got one more. Let's get this one. What did I do with my other thing? I guess I need to get 3 out. Okay. Again, we're just crisscrossing applesauce. Okay. Like I said, you can definitely use the ties that come with this. It's just not going to work for my design. Okay, I need a little more something for that. Okay, so I'm gonna let these dry. This one's probably almost already dry. Okay. Okay, so while those are dry, we're gonna cut up some of these. Okay, so this is where we're gonna get our fun. Ooh, our fun wild sea oats. Look. Yeah, I don't know, the pampas grass. I like to call them wild sea oats. No, why do they use that stupid string? Dang it, baby. Stop it. Okay, let's get that off there. There we go. All right. Alright, so we got our wild sea oats here. Pampas grass, sorry. Oh no, I like wild sea oats better, sorry. Okay, now here, you could use these. We've only got 4 pieces of this, okay? So I'm going to have to make this into 2 picks, which is nice with this one pick because you can do that. Okay, so I'm going to cut it right in the center here and get a whole nother pick out of that. Okay. Got 1 now, 2. Okay, let's just cut these apart. Make sure I'm cutting that in the right place. Oh, yeah, I am. Okay. So there's Now we got 4. Okay. Oh, dang it, Bobby. I could have used these for my thing. Son of a gun. Should have done that first. Ding dong. That's what I'm saying, guys. You can just save all this stuff because you can use it to make picks. And I would rather use those than dowels, preferably. But too late, Susan. Yeah, I didn't think. Okay. We might switch that out. Never know, not tonight, but if I feel the need, I will. But the dowels will work. Typically, I like to get, and I'm out of them, I like to get, you know how people make those cupcake bowls, lollipop. Oh, you are, Trace. Oh. I need to make my son one. I need to make him another. And go change his. Hold him out. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to get over there. I might leave that one long. You know, like I said, I'm going to leave those alone for now. Okay, so here's one thing I kind of like to do. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to put one in that pick. What I think I'm going to do, we're going to unroll these. Okay, this one I think we're just going to do that way. And this one we'll take and slowly pull this one out. Make a little long kind of tail like that. Okay. And then I think, you know what? I got these starfish too, but I really am thinking about not using those. I'm thinking I did find a couple little tropical flowers that we might use. I'm not going to glue these in just in case. Let's just leave the bow alone for now. Okay, let's just leave the bow kind of alone. But what you could do is make a cheater bow. Okay, down here as well. And what you're going to do is do this. You're going to bring that down. Okay, and you're going to pin this or pinch this up just like this. Okay, and another thing you could do is put one of these down in here. Okay, just tie it. I'm going to do that one more time. Tie that right in there. Okay, and you've got that, and then you could do a little curl as well on that one. Okay, so we could do something like that with this on that side. Okay, I don't know if I'll keep that. But let's add some greeneries and stuff to here before we're already starting to get over. Because I talk too much. I say, oh, now shut up. I'm saying, hey. Alright, so let's cut these off. We can probably stick these in here now. Okay. So cut them. I'm going to keep the stems about maybe 3-4 inches long. Okay. Now I think I'm going to have this one go up here. I'm thinking I'm going to want this guy going down here. I'm thinking I'm going to want the red guy kind of over in here. I probably cut his stem off way too long. Or should I rotate the colors, y'all? Let's do this one. Let's keep that one where it's at. Okay. And this one we're going to stick down in here. Shoot. Can't see. Upside down. So I want to see that tail. You know what? We're going to stick this one over here because I want to see this fun tail. Okay, so we're going to stick that one kind of down. Let's put that down in there. I'm going to stick that one kind of down on this side. Still not going to see that tail the way I want. Shoot. I'm going to cut that too daggone long. Okay, so I think I'm aiming right there. I think we'll be good. Now I think we'll put the crab, our little crusty crab up there. Okay. I think that'll be super cute. Okay, see how the fishies are located? And then we're gonna, did I lose, oh, I thought I lost all my pampas grass. So let's get some of that in there, and that'll help with these little guys. It'll just thicken it up a little bit. We're just gonna add some of these down in here. Okay. Just gonna add a few sporadically around in here. I'm gonna count how many I got. Okay. See how that grassiness is building up. But I forgot that I'm gonna add some ribbon over there, so I probably should have glued that in, but I can get it out. No problemo. Alright, then I think we'll come in. How many pieces we got left here, guys? 1, 2. Alright, let's screw one down here. Okay. We'll glue one down in here. Okay. And we'll glue one up in here. Okay. See, that's just adding a lot of that, kind of like the sea and beachiness to this. Okay. It's just adding that element, going to the beach. Yep, shoot, get some glue on there, Susan. To this, and that stem. I need to pick this one. Probably should have picked that one. All right, see how that just adds that extra element of looking like you're at the beach with the wild sea oats. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Okay. Then we'll put some of this in, and then we'll put our fish. So this will help build our fish up here. That'll help give us a little more something to help build our fish. This one is the same way. I can take this and make 2 picks out of it. I could probably do more, but I'm going to make 2. Okay. So let's add a few of these. We'll add our fish and we'll be done. Whoops. Okay. And these I'm just going to add kind of sporadically around where we put our seagrass and stuff. Okay. I'm just going to add these around kind of the same spots. And I just like this because it gives just that kind of sea feel. You know, being at the beach. Like I said, these kind of look like, they kind of look like coral themselves. That's why I like those. It just kind of looks like a little bit of coral itself. Okay, I'll add a few more of these. Then I'll let you guys go. Or we'll stick our fish in and then I'll let you guys go. Sometimes my designs just take forever, y'all. Sorry. I apologize. Okay. I think we need something in there. Haven't figured out what yet. Okay, let's stick this one down in here. Yeah, see, this just kind of keeps that natural kind of beach vibe. And like I said, once we get that color on the outside with our ribbons that I'm going to add to this, you know, like we did over here, that'll help as well. Add that color. I think this is all we're going to need in this one. I'm cutting that in the right place. Yeah. I think this is all we're going to need in this one. Whoops. Okay. Is that it? 2 on there. Probably make 1 extra here that I don't need. So we'll just shoot. We'll stick this one down in here. That'll give it a little bit of something coming out of the inside. Okay, so see how they just added all that around that? Makes it look really beachy feeling and everything. And now we can add our fish. It gave us a little more substance to excuse me, add our fish to. Okay, so this one we're going to kind of add, what is Sue's going to add him? I forget. Down in here. Okay. So we're going to put him, make sure we hit that greenery. Okay. Then we got Mr. Krabs. We're going to put him up in here. The wild sea oats. Okay. Make sure I get him in there the way I kind of want him. And then our little fishy here, we'll add kind of over in yonder here. And then I think we'll be good. And then I'll go back, and if I feel like I want to add these starfish later, I will do so. Okay. See how that kind of gave it a little more substance to hold that up a little bit. Okay. Yeah. There we go. And then quite honestly, this that I said I was going to add, I could add to that, or I could add, you know, some more stuff to the bow. So I guess this is it, guys. Like I said, if I feel like I want to add some of these starfish, you know, coming out throughout here, I could do that as well. But that's going to be a thought. I kind of backed off that idea. So, like I said, we'll go around this side and add that ribbon. 2 pieces of the little loopy loops like we did over here to that side. And I think that'll finish this one. I think it'll finish it out. But see how all those colors just tied together? Really cool. Huh? I like it. I love it. I super love it. And this stuff. I just love all that. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it very much. Like I said, we could add some florals if we want to. I'm just going to stop right now. I'm talking too much. But anyway, guys, as always, thank you. Oh, goodness. Oh. As always, a laugh and live with a half full cup. When it's all black cloud, find the sun, you guys. And I will see you next week. And hopefully I have a fun project again for you all. So have a blessed rest of the week. And I will see you guys later. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Oh, thank you, Penny. That's so sweet. Thank you, everyone, so much. And, all right, guys. Night, y'all.